32-yard line. Returning the ball that time was Levi Roten. Levi got a good bit of speed going right there, but Lehigh is really good on closing on tackles and stuff, on kickoffs and different things like that.
A lot of speed, and again, it's starting to show. Again, we talked about that. A lot of receivers, a lot of running backs on this roster. It makes for good special teams. So.
Gate City leads 14-12, but with the turnovers we had in the first half, it could be a lot worse. And let's remember that drop 2-point conversion where they were wide open in the end zone on the play fake. So this time we hand the ball off as we start our play, and we're going to have a hole right there. That's Luke Reed at the 40, 45, 50. He's at midfield. He's at the 45. It took 3 defenders to get him down, and finally they get Luke Reed down. Welcome to the third quarter, Luke Reed. Luke single-handedly drug 3 defenders at least 7 yards to get to the 45-yard line. So probably that's the best run by either team tonight.
And he had those 22 carries last week for right at 200 yards, and he's starting to feel it again. Last week he got cranked up in the third quarter, so again we'll see if that happens again here tonight as they got 1st and 10 on the 45.
He gained about 20 to 22 yards, it looked like, on that carry. And as we go back under center, we're going to hand the ball off inside, and carrying the ball, I believe it's Tomlinson, and he's going to twist and turn down to about the 42-yard line. So Tomlinson carrying the ball. They did that quick handoff right there where it's almost like playing in a fullback position, and sometimes that really eats us up. But that time we were able to get about 7 yards.
The key to that is hitting the hole, like you said, as quick as possible, because that keeps that linebacker sort of back. He's got to take 2 steps before we're already up there.
Mm-hmm. But if you miss a block, you're in no man's land. Again, Luke Reed makes his own hole right there. He's at the 40 down to the 35, and he is going to be across the 35 to the 33. And what does that mean? That's a first down for Gate City as the chains are beginning to move again for Gate City.
Not turning the ball over.
No.
Not penalties.
No.
That's been the only Achilles heel of this Gate City team as we again are as Sally comes back to the huddle. 4:36 left here in the third quarter. It is 14-12, Gate City.
So we're going with a little different formation right now. 1 wide receiver to the far side, 2 to the near side, 2 running backs. As Sally looks over to get the play call, and he's going to pass. He's looking to pass, and he's going to pass incomplete. Didn't really have a chance on that one. I'm not sure. He was either throwing to Mack or Roten, but just like misfired on that.
Just a little dig for Levi. He was 5 yards back. And that's one thing that we talked about a couple of weeks ago. We'd like to see sort of an intermediary. That too.
Yeah.
That kind of word.
Somewhere in the middle.
That's right. So, but anyway, some kind of where Sally was just launching those 40 and 50-yard passes. If we can hit something in between a 5, a 10, get that defense sort of playing back a little bit, and it gives us a little bit better chance to move the ball.
We have a really bunch formation right here as we hand the ball off to Reed. Reed's going to get down to the 35, down to the 30-yard line. Another good hard run by Reed. He could have very easily lost yardage on that play, but he ends up getting a gain of 5, which is going to make it third and about long 5. So it's going to be third down and 5 from the 31. We need to get to right at the 25-yard line. Big third down. You would think it's 2-down territory.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, with the way that the game's been going tonight. So we run Mack over to DeAndre Mack, who's the only wide receiver. He's single coverage as they hand the ball off to Reed. Reed's trying to get to the 25, and he's not going to make it. He's going to get down to about the 27, and that's the play that Reed has ran the best on tonight, is that handoff to the weak side over to where there's less players and less room. But he's going to come up about 2 yards short and not going to be bringing in for a field goal here, as it would be about he's 33, about a 43-yard field goal. It's going to make it 4th down and 3 yards to go at the 27-yard line. We need to get more to the 24 as we hand the ball off, and Reed is going to carry the ball to the 20, 24, 23-yard line, ladies and gentlemen. What that means is a first down, Blue Devils. That was another good, hard run by Reed. We're getting that push right at the end, which a lot of it's by the running back, a lot of it's by our line staying with them, and that was a huge first down that we needed to get right there to keep the play going and to keep the ball in our hands right here. So
keep it away from that offense. Lehigh has moved the ball the last 3 or 4 possessions. We're doing a good job of keeping them off the field right now.
As we go back to the running game right here, and we carry the ball, that's going to be Tomlinson carrying the ball this time. He gets down to about the 17-yard line where he was stopped by 2 or 3 of the Lehigh defensive backs. But he got about 3 to 4 yards at a time. But the main thing, the clock runs and we have a lead. 2 points is a win. 14 to 12. We know that from last week that 1 or 2 points is big in a lot of these high school football games this time of year. As Reed is going to be bottled up this time, they got a lot of penetration that time. For those of you not watching on our live Facebook feed, Lehigh had about 3 players in the backfield. Not sure if we were off on the count or what, but we were lucky to only lose about 1 that time because a ton of defensive players came crashing across the line on Reed that time.
Wow.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 5, Joe.
Another 3rd down conversion. We've picked them up though here. Right now we're at 50% of our 3rd down conversions above season average if we can get this one.
Yeah, we've got Blanton to this side. We've got Luke Reed and Tomlinson. And we're going to hand the ball off to Reed. And Reed is going to keep fighting, and he's going to get close to the 1st down. Let's see which foot they mark it on, Joe, because we're about 40 yards away, so it's hard to see. It's going to be 4th. Let's see what they mark. They've not moved anything yet. And they're going to bring in a measurement this time. First time they did a measurement all night tonight.
According to where the ball is, that's probably going to be a little bit short. It's probably going to be about a half a yard. And of course, this is a no. I don't think this is a no-brainer. No. You've got a 6'5" quarterback, and you've got a center that's pushing 250. You've got an offensive guard that's about 250. You've got another guard that's 260. Go foot to foot and get you 6 inches. So
he marked it. You were right, Joe. It's going to be 4th down and about a foot. So. If we can just get positive yardage, we'll have another 1st down. But it'll be a little more than that. It's going to be about the width of 2 footballs. So to let people kind of know how far we need to get. But I say we spread them out. Kind of what they're doing right there. Spread them out. Don't keep them at home. And as you said, take it straight ahead as they crowd the box. And as you said, sally straight ahead. And we get the push. And I believe we're going to get enough for a 1st down. As long as they don't run crooked out there to mark it, we're in good shape. So, there was an injured lead player, but he's still staggering around a little bit. Number 15 is a little woozy out there, but it's going to be enough for a Gate City 1st down, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and 10, Gate City. This time at the Lehigh at the Lehigh 11-yard line with only 15 seconds to go in this quarter. This quarter has flown by 10 times faster than the halftime show did.
Well, again, Gate City, this is only the 2nd possession. Lehigh had the 1. Yes. Ball control as we go to the 4th quarter, a 14-12 ball game. As we play here. Of course, there were no turnovers, no penalties in that 3rd quarter. So we'll jump around right quick. Of course, they're not playing jump around like I thought it was going to be on cue. But anyway, so we'll go down to this in here, Facebook fans. So let's get ready. And for the 4th quarter, talk about a few of the scores. I know that everybody out there has been listening and waiting for this score. Unaka 22, Hancock County 6.
Oh, we can sleep well tonight knowing that.
So I give each side 51, Twin Springs 16. Chilhowie 50-0 right now over Rural Retreat. Richlands 20-0 now over Marion. Lebanon still 28-6 over Castlewood. Graham has opened it up over Virginia High 30-7. J.I. Burton early in the third quarter still leads 16-13 over Grundy. Cloudland 54, Jellicoe 6. South is at halftime with East 24-0. And again, Daniel Boone now 28-12 over Cotton County. They've got another one on the board. Davy Crockett coming out the second half. They've got the football in the lead, 14-7. Elizabeth and Greenville, again, no report. Last report was 21-13. And Happy Valley, Sullivan North throws an interception on the Happy Valley 4-yard line.
Oh, no.
Happy Valley has avoided the go-ahead or tying potential. It's 16-8 still.
All right, as we're starting the fourth quarter, it's going to be Tomlinson with the ball. Tomlinson gets the ball as it's going to be 1st and 10. We did get the first down. Mark is in between quarters right there. Again, the third quarter flew by much, much quicker, as I said, than the halftime show, which we enjoyed immensely. But again, 14-12, set it up for you. 14-12, Gate City, 11:30 to go in the game. Gate City has the ball 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line of Lehigh. Again, 2nd and 8 at the Lehigh 10-yard line. As we go under center, we hand the ball off, and not much there at all. As they're starting to make us go to the outside, Joe. We ran 2 inside, and we're running right into the teeth of their biggest lineman. And Reed only got about a yard and a half. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6. We got to get down to about the 2.5 yard line for a first down.
You know, we've got to at least have the threat of throwing the football. You know, the first half, we did that in the first quarter. Loosened them up, got them out of the box, but they are converted right back in as Gate City's got a 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 at the 8-yard line. It's going to do a tall sweep this time. Luke Reed's got the corner. He's got the end zone. Touchdown, Gate City. Luke Reed did not only get the corner, he turned it on and made it into the end zone. Huge, huge play right there by Luke Reed and the offensive line for Gate City. Not only did we control the ball for over, 8 minutes right there, Joe? Mm-hmm. We extended our lead to 20-12. With the extra point right here by Roten, we're going to have a 2-possession game. So big extra point going on right there.
We talked about that. How big is the extra point? Here we go.
Yeah. Again, all this started with Lehigh missing their extra point. As we're ready for the snap down, kick up. This kick is going to be
no good.
No good, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to keep it. Looked a little wobbly from the start. It kind of had a sideways spin to it. So it's going to be 10 minutes and 35 seconds to go. It's Gate City 20, Lehigh 12.
How big was that missed extra point? Again, I know of course, Levi's done the best he can, and you do the best you can, but how big could that be potentially? Mm-hmm. Again, it's an 8-point ball game as we...
and he usually kicks them through really good. The snap, and there was a lot of pressure came up, and everything was just kind of slow developing. The timing just didn't look good on that kick. He got good, he kicked it good, but from that distance, missing to the left is not the best kick in the world, so... But on the bright side, 10:35 to go in the game. Gate City leads 20-12. So, but you look at missing an extra point right there. They missed that 2-point conversion, wide opening in the end zone. So we're still up by 8 instead of 6. So as Levi gets ready to kick off from the 40-yard line to let Lehigh receive the ball, got two gentlemen back for Lehigh at about the 15-yard line. They might want to scoot back as Levi kicks off. It's going to be a tight kick right there. He's going to get it at the 15. He's at the 20, 25, makes a spin move, gets by one of our defenders, and it's going to get to about the 36-yard line. So great spin move right there by their returner. Returning the ball was number 7, Got to turn the light back on, Joe. Blake Lewis returned the ball about 22 yards to the 37-yard line.